This is part 4 of the workshop, Addressing Religious Poverty, Distance Theological Education with Moodle. In this last presentation, we will look at the cost of Moodle and implementation options. Moodle is, in a word, free. Because Moodle is open source and under the GNU General Public License, it costs nothing to use. The exact wording is thus: this program is free software. You can redistribute it and or modify it under the terms of the GNU General Public License as published by the Free Software Foundation, either version 2 of the license or, at your option, any later version. Because the program itself is free, there are no license fees to pay, ever. While there are costs associated with installing, hosting, and maintaining Moodle, the lack of license fees gives Moodle a great financial advantage over other course management systems. Let's take a brief look at the implementation options. There are two. The first option is for your educational institution to host its own site, referred to as self-hosting. This requires a dedicated information technology team, minimal appropriate hardware in the form of a web server, firewall, and high-speed internet access, along with a registered domain name. If your institution already has personnel available and the network infrastructure in place, then you would need to contact the IT department to inquire about the possibility of installing Moodle and the required associated software at your institution. As Moodle runs on a variety of network operating systems, such as Linux, Windows, and NetWare, it can easily fit into most existing institutional network environments. It can also be installed on a personal computer using Mac OS X or Windows XP. Helpful if one is interested in experimenting with Moodle on one's desktop computer before approaching the IT department. As Moodle also requires additional software, such as a web server like Apache, a database program such as MySQL, and the scripting language PHP, it is advisable that an administrator trained in these back-end programs be available to manage and troubleshoot the Moodle site. At the end of this presentation, you will find a link to Moodle's site, which details the necessary steps for the self-hosting option. The second option is to subscribe to a commercial hosting service. This is a company which houses the necessary hardware and software at its site, manages all installations and upgrades, performs routine backups, and solves server and administrative related problems. Some hosting services also offer training courses and additional levels of service and assistance at various prices. It is advisable to only consider those companies that are Moodle partners, as these companies have proven records of reliability, quality service, and appropriate security. In the United States, there are 3 such companies from which to choose. Prices quoted here are rounded to the nearest dollar and are current as of March 2009. Please check with the appropriate company for the most current prices. Classroom Revolution. Costs begin at $150 per year for one teacher with up to 5 courses and 150 students. This translates into $1 per user. Entire school packages begin at $800 per year for 500 users on limited courses. This is $1.60 per user. Remote Learner offers a basic package of 100 users at $795 per year, which is almost $8 per user. Very large institutions, however, can be accommodated by this company. Remote Learner offers the largest package of all 3 commercial hosting sites in the United States at 25,000 users for just under $20,000 per year, coming to 80 cents per user. Moodle Rooms structures their offerings into corporate and academic packages, thus giving schools a price break. The basic academic package allows for up to 500 users at $500 per year, translating into $1 per user. Additional blocks of 500 users can be purchased at the same $1 per user cost. Premium options can add additional services as well as additional costs. Canada has one Moodle partner hosting site, Open Knowledge Technologies. A single teacher with a few courses and up to 100 users pays $795 Canadian per year, while an entire school with up to 3,000 users pays $2,495 Canadian per year. I would like to thank Anthony Burrow, S.J. of the New Orleans Province of the Society of Jesus for his assistance in this workshop. He is a Moodle developer and contributed code coordinator, as well as a patient Moodle mentor. Selected sources are listed here. Resources for further study are listed below. Thank you for participating in this online workshop. I hope that you have enjoyed this introduction to Moodle and learned how it can be used to further distance theological education. I'm David Harrison. God bless.